All right, week 7 or 8?
7? Let's just say
7 or 8.
7.
All right, so we just drove by a senior living center with a special emphasis on
It's a special neighborhood.
a special neighborhood with
For the memory impaired.
on River Road. So we're discussing, what does that mean exactly? All right, so my thing is, if it's a special apartment for apartment building for senior citizens, they probably have a cafeteria kind of thing. They'll make your food and stuff. So it's really like they just have their own park, right, with special signage, so that they just remember where they are, so that they know, like, hey, this is my park.
What does that mean?
Or maybe it's like this. Maybe they have people who are stationed at each, like, interest place. Wait, listen, hear me out. Interest place. But it's like, let's say it's a very selective community, so there's only like 50 members, so they have 50 name tags. So what they do is, where it says like the park, right, it's like whatever, it's Edward Norton's like park for senior citizens, like in dedication of to his grandmother.
Wait, you're saying they put the name on the park of the
No,
person?
listen, no, I'm saying let's just assume that's a big sign, right?
Okay.
So what happens is there are people who are stationed there who are just there so that when Joe Lombardi is walking down the street, right, in his neighborhood, his special memory impaired park neighborhood.
Right. Okay.
Right?
I'm with you.
There's a guy who goes and says, "Hey Joe, don't forget, this is your motherfucking park." And then so he walks by, and then they take the sign off until Susan Sarandon walks through, and they go, "Hey." So the guy goes and puts Susan Sarandon's thing. Like, "Hey, Susan Sarandon."
It's. I was confused because I thought that's what it was, and I was gonna ask you if that's what it was. Now I find out that's what it is. But it's still just as confusing because that was the confusing part. They just keep every member, every person that lives there just thinks this park is dedicated to them.
No, it's not that it's dedicated. It's
addresses their memory.
Somebody else already. It's been dedicated already because whatever. Fucking Edward Norton wants to dedicate this goddamn park to his fucking grandmother. So that's set. You can't take that away from him. He paid for that park. He paid for that sign. Boom. It's just a supplemental, additional thing. It's like just to say, like, "Hey Joe, you're in the Edward Norton like park for grandmothers. But hey, you run this shit. Don't forget, this is your neighborhood. Turn around 50 feet. Your fucking building is right there."
Right, okay.
Or I think this is actually it, probably. Or they just have, it's one big track loop, right? And they just put stations there, and then they just let the fucking guys go. And they're like, "Oh, hey Joe, you want to go outside? Just follow this yellow brick road." And it's just a fucking circle that just leads them back to the building.
It sounds so cool.
Yeah, I know, it is. But that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that'll be a big selling point. You know, that they just trick their residents to walk around in a circle, and that's what makes it a special neighborhood.
No, but it's probably like spruced up. It's not a complete track. It's like a figure 8 probably, or something, like some funky
pretty
thing.
Fancy, yeah.
Yeah. And then they have all sorts of things. Oh, like, well, hey,
fancier figures.
Hey, there's like a small little pond here. Like, oh, this other thing is, I don't know. What do you like to do when you go outside?
Right, so there's a pond too.
There's a pond. There's like a little mini park. Maybe they have like a hot dog stand because it's like, you know, they gotta see other people. It's like, "Oh, hey Bill, how's the hot dog business?"
Dementia is nothing to joke about.
It's not dementia. It's just people who've smoked like too much weed or like just have short-term memory problems, long-term memory problems.
Yeah, like fucking Drew Barrymore and 50 First Dates kind of shit. That kind of facility. Wait, are we going here? Or what's the plan?
Yeah. Alright, that's on the vlog, guys.
It's so confusing. I still have no idea what you were talking about.
Why won't this end? End!